You can just take the waves if you want. Like I have done. Choke time? Nah.
Move into position. I'm ready.
I guess I should have shot first, then moved. What? Who needs that when you got 15% crit?
Laid him out.
Oh, he can't heal himself. Well, in that case, you may as well just use all your shots firing.
I'm empty.
Okay, pistol swap. There we go, making sure we survive. Now! Heal thyself,
Heading out.
and let us finish this! Prumak! Enough is enough, my friend. I have to use a pistol, which is the most embarrassing thing. But you'll turn around. And if you turn around, then I think I've got just the thing. At last! This is the run! We did it. Woo! Finally, the egg run. Sawdust bunnies, you owe me eating one raw egg. Get that egg ready.
This is the sub sound.
Third try's a third try. Ugh! That was a big fight. Got a legendary handle mag, 80 damage. Lose 2 ammo! In 3 rare cases.
No.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Defeated the Brumok. And now, you get to see my glorious combat armor commandos in their PJs.
It's late.
I just saw Ukon get his head blown off.
Look at those stars.
Back up. What else aren't you telling me?
Beautiful.
Orders are to kill him, not write his biography.
The cog put me here before. We're keeping secrets got good people killed.
And some secrets also keep people alive. Now do your job.
Can't take you seriously right now, but I love your costume. The getup is beautiful. Even 12 hours in. All right. Act 2, Chapter 1. That was the end of Act 1.
So,
You can't pause
you're
this,
all
by the way.
wondering why we
Hang
pulled
on, I'll
away
be with
from
you in
the
a minute.
fight. Frankly, we're not ready for it. That Brumok was just the start. Our enemy's got a whole grub zoo. Shit, no one's even seen yet. And right now, all we have is
Dude, that's the
grit,
guy from Two Brothers.
which is why your on-the-job training starts today.
What's the name of that game?
Look, I don't like it any more than you do. But if there's one thing that the COG is good at, it's making soldiers. You know
The
that.
Way Out.
So, we learn
Where
what
is he?
we need, and then we kick Ukon's ass back underground.
I'll be overseeing a group today. Major Redburn will take you through your paces later.
Lucky me.
Now, let's go squash some grubs.
My custom characters. You're beautiful, all of you, in your own way. Anywho. Hi. Double X, my lord, thank you for the 5 gift subs. We won. That was a arduous mission, but a fun one. Shabir, Sad Johnny, Outgillis, Skitami, and Cryohazard. Congrats on your gift subs. Thank you, Double X, my lord. That is very kind of you. Also, thank you, SimCopta1, for the end of stream host and sub, who says, smells like gears in here. Well, it smells like coggers in here, in particular, the cogs of war. Spin like gears. This is honestly, probably, you would probably enjoy this game, actually. If anybody is interested in it, I would give it
This is the sub sound.
the 2 thumbs of recommendation. Especially given the fact that it's on Game Pass, and it's only $1 for 30 days of Game Pass. And then $5 after, which I think is more than fair until you're done with the game. So if it takes you 2 months to beat this game, that's $6. And I'm not the kind of person that replays a game 100 times, so that's totally cool with me. If you replay a game a dozen times, then I can see why you might just want to buy to own. But I've got so many games on PlayStation Network and everything else that I've kind of started to... I used to be really hardline. I told you guys this before. When I got the Switch when it was new, I was like, no, I don't want to buy digital. I want the disc. I mean, I want the SD card, whatever it is. But now I'm just like, whatever, man. I'll buy Slay the Spire on my Switch if I want to. And if Nintendo goes down in 6 years, then I guess that's just the way it is. I feel much more like laid back. I'd rather have the convenience. But anyway, it is very convenient. And also very fun. This is okay. I would say this is much more accessible than like an XCOM 2. But because of that, it's streamlined, but it's still challenging. It does have some. I think the Mechanicus game was awesome as well for the same reasons. That it reminds me a bit of Into the Breach, when all the like squad mates work together and synergize and combo. It's got high production value. It's very slick. Hi, Lashley. Thank you for the 3 months of sub. That's very nice of you. Thank you all for these 4 a.m. Pacific time end of stream subs. And welcome. Grubbles is cogging in chat. Trogoth cogging. Everyone's rolling. Don't forget about Egg. Sawdust Bunny said if I beat the boss on that run, they would eat a raw egg. So I now have leverage over one of the people in chat. And the promise that they made, the declaration even, before gods and men, that a raw egg would be consumed if I won. And indeed I did. So I think we all know what has to come next. Alright, let's open our loot boxes. Of course that's what comes next. This unit's healing skills get plus 20%. I probably could have used some healers in the last fight. Ooh. Some boots. When this unit executes an enemy, you get a 50% chance to reduce your skill cooldowns. I could see that being really useful. And 7% evasion. And then an accuracy mod. Okay, so then you start with the main story mission. 2 of your people get banned. You have to do Gabe plus 3 other units. So you could do Gabe and, in my case, Coltrane. And then 2 random troops. But yeah, is this my new game of the year? No, I don't. I think Animal Crossing still holds that title. But it is very fun. And it's very cheap. But it's very, like, well polished. And I've also enjoyed how it doesn't really take itself too seriously, so you can custom design your armor and make it look, however you want. Whatever that may be. Like, if you want to see what a normal soldier looks like, Here's like what a default soldier looks like for comparison, so you don't think the game is inherently insane. Here's another normal soldier. I don't think I can even customize you, really. But I mean, if you just take one small look at the ability to make Marcella Snake. I mean, look, that's the Solid Snake I know, dude. Okay? He's getting a little long in the tooth with that receding hairline, but there he is. I went to sleep to Etal stream at 10, woke up at 7 to Etal stream. Not for long, Saint Pringles. Not for long. We just completed a whole act. How long is this game, by the way? I'm just gonna look up spoilers, so if you don't want to know. I just want to know how many acts there are. 3 acts. It's a 3-act game. That makes sense. So if every act is roughly the same length, obviously I took some liberty with spending some time customizing some characters, but I think it's fair to say that we had about 9 to 10 gameplay hours there. So I expect this to be roughly a 25, 30 hour experience. It's pretty good. Just trying to get a grip with how, like, much game you're getting, I guess. Has anybody beat this on How Long to Beat yet? No. Nobody has beaten this yet for How Long to Beat. Is the game good? I think it's really fun. If you like this game, you would also like Mechanicus. So I recommend this and Mechanicus. Mechanicus when it's on sale. We're not going to do another mission for obvious reasons. It's been 12 hours. we're just kind of debriefing now. But thank you guys for hanging out, and anybody who came over with the host. I wish I was still in good spirits. I'm still in good spirits, but, you know, alert and awake enough to show you the game and tell you what's up. But you kind of got here at a good time. You got to see a cool boss kill and the aftermath of that. You missed all this unnecessary customization. But yeah, I like the skill trees. Who's got some skill ups? Support Gabe. So you can do 4 out of 18. So how many have I unlocked? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you could do, in theory, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if you went beeline, you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You still couldn't get to every extremity. Even if you went a direct route, skipped the optional corner pieces. So it's impossible unless this number changes to have like a full build. And I think that's what makes it fun to me. Much like in Mechanicus, how you have like 5 or 6 different skill trees to kind of mix and match. This one there's only 4, but they feel distinct enough where, like, I'm playing a support character with no heals, for example. I could take a troop and make them a dedicated healer, or I could start building him in a different direction right now, which might be wise. "24-hour stream." Not quite. I gotta stream again later today, too. Alright, if I was gonna pick 2, would I pick ally gains 2 actions and plus 20% damage? That's so good. Or would I pick teamwork cooldown reduced by 1 and max actions increased to 3? They'd have to get a lot of kills. Lock and load. Every unit reloads and gets 50% extra damage this turn. I might not even take the chainsaw ability, but it triggers command twice, so you get a double heal. That's pretty cool, actually. I take that back. Alright, I would probably do target ally gains a second action. That's just so good. In power level 3, and then I go left to get a heal. So I can heal somebody for 100 health. Because I feel like we need that. Give him a little heal, and then move down into the, like, combat medic tree. You have no points, 2 points. What do you got? Shoot, and if the target is downed or killed, you reload and get an action. I'm not even gonna look at the other things. That's all I want. When your turn ends and you have not taken a shot, reduce the cooldown. This is very Overwatch-centric. Shoot, and if the target is downed or killed, you get maximum actions. How many actions is maximum actions? The first time this unit moves in a turn, it gains 50% bonus damage. Shoot from a higher elevation than the target for a 20% accuracy. That's fun. I always love Overwatch snipers that just go way up top. Shoot with 30% accuracy and 30% damage bonus, but it costs 2 points. But if you have max actions plus precision shot would be pretty sick, I guess. Okay, grab that. And then Overwatch maybe crits, or when you reload an empty mag, deal 25% bonus damage for 2 turns. I feel like this happens a lot just because of fast fingers. If I use fast fingers on my final shot, I get a free reload and 25% bonus damage. But I can't pick this because I just spent both my points and I didn't even realize it. You got no points. She's got no points. You've got points, but I don't even use you, Cedric. I don't even know who you are. All right, I just wanted to look at those to see what's up. Wow, she's gonna kill everything in 1 turn. That's the hope. Sniper seems really good. I don't know if it's worth me recruiting anybody. I don't feel as attached. If I say there's one weakness in the game, if there's one thing I would have done different, I would say, because I haven't really offered much criticism, so I'd say criticism-wise, I think the troops are like a questionable attempt to kind of mirror the way recruitment works in XCOM. But this feels probably the most tacked on, just because I have no emotional attachment. I kind of picked my one guy that I like, but it's only because he doesn't have a corresponding component in this. Same thing for the scout. So I feel dumb using the sniper or the support when I already have a sniper and support. But I guess the benefit of the troops is if you want to do a class combo where you have like 2 supports, or if you want to do 2 vanguards, or 2, like if you want to put both of these guys in, that would be the benefit of it. But I feel like when I have 4 people to possibly recruit between missions, I don't know who to pick. You know? Like, I got a heavy and a support. We've already got 2 heavies and 1 support. So I guess I picked the support. A support, a sniper, a scout, just to have 2 of each. So here's the level 3 support. Here's the level 2 sniper. So I guess just take those guys, since I have room. Or if you get to chapters with numerous side missions to do. Yeah, I'm just saying that I don't feel as attached to the development of these characters, since these guys are main story. I'm almost always going to take in the main story people over the side troops. That's kind of my point. Whereas in regular XCOM, all troops are equal. Like, every single troop is a troop. And the troop is a troop is a troop. So I feel, what I'm saying is I feel like they tacked it on a little bit just so you have a versatile pool of recruitment, but it almost feels unnecessary. I'd rather just be more main heroes to choose from. And give them each, because it is a $60 game, even if you only get it for $1 on Game Pass, right? It'd be cool, you know how like in Mutant Year Zero, so let me cite an example of another similar game that did this. Depending on your party in Mutant Year Zero, they had different dialogue, and they had different interactions with the enemies on the map, and the party would talk in that triangle of 3 units based on who you put on the front lines. So I think it'd be cool for a larger pool of heroes that kind of had interactive dialogues with each other that could make it feel more like a group, like a party, based on your composition that you select. So that's kind of what I mean. But anyways, it's a good stopping point. My mouth is dry. I need some water. Fun game though. I think it's a good time. Also, the main menu changes based on your progression, I guess. I'm impressed with... It plays well, it looks good, sound design's good, gameplay action. There are only a couple things that I was kind of confused by, like a couple heal grenades that didn't do exactly what I expected, and overall, good experience, 2 thumbs up, recommended. I think you'll like it if you like those kind of strategy games. Ooh, that was not supposed to be a 12-hour stream, chat. What have I done? Here we are. Thanks again to Sawdust Bunnies for eating that raw egg, Simcopter for end-of-stream host and subs, Double X My Lord for the big gift sub. Hope you had fun, Double X My Lord. If you guys play it and whatever you think about it, let me know. I think it would be fun to play again even if you know what's coming, because of the way the maps change and the drops change and the places you'll fight in will be different and the way you leveled up your troops will be different. So I think there's good replayability there for people who watch the stream and want to try it out themselves. Plus it's just fun to do the wombos. There are just some good wombo combos. And I really enjoy the... Because you know how in Mechanicus you'll send your little scout to go get you action points? That's how some of the things felt in this. It's just rewarding to, like, stack those combos. So it's good feel. Honestly, what is the Metacritic of this compared to... I'm scared to look, but I'm gonna look. What is the Metacritic? Gears Tactics is at an 82. It's kind of an 8 out. It's an 8 out of 10. Kind of a normal score. What is XCOM? 79. All right, there was not a 3-point difference between these games to me. What's the user score? User score is 4.8 for XCOM. What's it for Gears Tactics? 7.8 for the user score. How does XCOM Chimera... All right, let's look at... I gotta look at this. I gotta look at a couple of these. What are you guys lolling at? Mechanicus is 78? Bro. I just wrote mechanics. 78? Not that many reviews, though. Only 21 reviews. Probably nobody even big reviewed it. Why did this game fly so under the radar? It's such a good game. All right, PC Gamer gave it an 81. Mechanicus. Eurogamer Italy gave it an 80. Those are the only 2 reviewers I recognize. Nobody even reviewed it. Okay, meanwhile, since XCOM's XCOM, let's see. Let's see if we can find the PC Gamer for this and the Eurogamer Italy. All right, so did PC Gamer review this, or is it just really low? PC Gamer gave Chimera Squad a 72, and they gave Mechanicus an 81. So 9-point difference. Okay. Did Eurogamer Italy? Eurogamer Italy gave this an 80, and they gave Mechanicus an 80. Is that like what's their review system? I thought they didn't give scores. Doesn't Eurogamer not give scores? No, Italy does. Italy gave both an 8 out of 10. The meme. What about Gears Tactics? PC Gamer gave Gears Tactics an 83. Okay. So, like, there is some consistency there. I can see how Gears Tactics will get a higher score than Mechanicus just in terms of the fact that there's cinematic cutscenes, a storyline, you know, is more production value. So, I still don't think, for me, Chimera is even a 72, but that notwithstanding. All right, so let's compare the Chimera and Gears scores. Who gave XCOM, who's the most famous reviewer that gave Chimera Squad a high score? Let's see. Chat, this is being inflated by a bunch of, let's just say people I don't recognize, okay? I don't want to be insulting. Let's just say people I don't traditionally recognize that I haven't read before. I'm scrolling down. I'm under 80 now. Okay, Eurogamer Italy actually gave it the highest score out of the ones tied with Game Informer. Eurogamer Italy, Game Informer, and Games Radar gave it an 80. And those are the highest scores for Chimera Squad out of the publications I recognize. Which means that should actually be the new curve. I'm not gonna call out any of the other ones to like make fun, but that should be the ceiling for me. Now let's go down. What's the next highest one? Destructoid gave it a 75. Okay, going lower. PC Gamer gave it a 72. Okay, going lower. US Gamer, IGN gave it a 70. So no one gave it below a 70. They were too afraid. So, speaking of being too afraid, this is totally a coincidence, by the way. But once upon a time, I believe I got like a invite to play and review Battleborn. You guys remember Battleborn? Battleborn was 2K's and Gearbox Software's attempt at capturing the first-person shooter MOBA market, okay? And boy, did I rip into Battleborn when I got my review key. And like, cause I just didn't have fun. I thought it sucked. And I still think it sucks. And I'm vindicated because I'm pretty sure that, is Battleborn still playable? The servers will remain active and the game will continue to be playable until January 2021. But after that, Battleborn will no longer be playable, including the game's single-player campaign. And coincidentally, after that, I never got another invitation or key from 2K to do anything again, as far as I remember. Coincidence, I'm sure. So I can, I see why maybe reviewing under a 7 for XCOM, an XCOM title, might be. Or maybe they just really thought it was that fun. I can't say. But like, when your lowest review is a 70... Okay, think about it like this. Highest review from a publication, I mean, the spread is just really narrow. 70 to 80. When your most critical review is IGN with a 70 for XCOM Chimera. I just refuse to believe that no one else took issue. If I had to give a review in progress only based on 4 hours of gameplay, for me that was like a 5. So I'm gonna be that guy. Let me read. This is the most critical review. Okay, here we go. Copious amounts of bugs that bring this game down a notch. I am naturally accustomed to a certain amount of rough edges in an XCOM game, but these issues range from minor annoyance to major inconvenience. They didn't outright ruin my enjoyment, but there were just so many. Where to begin? Let's quote from the IGN review. Let me see who I'm quoting here. I'm quoting Tom Marks. But then there are worse issues, as mentioned after some of the small bugs. The one that had me audibly cursing at my screen. Once I moved a soldier out of a fire to punch an enemy, only to have him teleport back into the flames at the end of his turn. You can find a handful of special guns through missions or a limited scavenger market, but equipping one would sometimes, not always, mind you, delete that soldier's regular gun from my inventory, preventing me from ever being able to unequip it because they had nothing to switch back to. But by far, the worst bug I encountered was when the body armor for one of my soldiers randomly deleted itself in a similar fashion. You can't buy more armor or get any replacements, so he was permanently left with less health and armor for the rest of my campaign, which basically forced me to put him and his unequipable special weapon on research duty from that point on. Issues like this frustratingly hampered my strategic options and left me playing in constant fear of it happening again down the road. 7 out of 10. I mean, maybe it's just that much fun. Okay, it would have to be super fun to that person for that to compensate for those type of bugs. If what you describe them, and I quote, had you cursing at your screen, hampered my strategic options in my strategy game. Weapon and armor swapping bugs aren't helped by the fact that the equipment UI is generally as ugly as it is difficult to use. It's a good way, it's an apt descriptor, Tom Marks. I agree with this statement. Far worse than XCOM 2's already cumbersome interface. Yeah! I was like, why didn't they just pull the XCOM 2 interface? They could have just straight up lifted it over and I wouldn't have cared. It looks borderline unfinished. Somebody said it. Thank you, IGN. Making it difficult and confusing to swap items, especially when odd glitches occur, like my persistent medkit item inexplicably multiplying in quantity between every mission, leaving me with over 200 extras by the end of the campaign. Hello? Wake up, why is this so... You said what I was thinking, mate, but you still got a 7 out of 10 experience out of this. I don't know how you found that much fun. And I'm not saying you gave it an inflated score. I am genuinely confused how everyone else seems to be having more fun in it than me. Like, I didn't even see any of those problems, and I thought it was a 5 out of 10. If I had seen those, heaven forbid. You know what I mean? Alright, the same person also gave Final Fantasy VII Remake an 8 out of 10, which, to be fair, I can see that is an 8 out of 10 for some people. I would say, did I give it a score? What was my final score? I think I gave it an 8 something as well. Didn't I say like 8? There's like 8.5 or something like that. 8.7. I can see that. Do we have any other interesting reviews here by the same person? Because at least they wrote the things I was thinking, okay? Whether or not it's totally reflected in the final score is, you know, you could debate that all day. That's not what I'm trying to debate. But at least that's the most critical review of it. So I feel like I'm living in crazy world where I'm looking on Metacritic and I'm seeing every review, and that's the most critical review that there exists. And then the user score is like 4.8, which everyone just goes like, well, people are stupid and crazy. And it's like, I agree with you. That's true. People are stupid and crazy and fanboys, and they just rate stuff down and up for no reason. But I'm looking for vindication here and validation. I can't find any. I'm joking. So I'm gonna play XCOM Chimera today. I just want to know how many people really enjoy XCOM Chimera who don't have a history of time invested in XCOM 2. Because I really don't have that much time in XCOM 2. I wonder if that's a factor. I wonder if the more time you've put into XCOM 2, the more likely you are to enjoy Chimera Squad with its warts and all. That would be my theory. Because I've been in that boat. I can understand that, where you just know what to expect from a thing, so you're able to enjoy it for what it is, instead of what it could be or what it's not. I've done that before. So, I don't know. Anyway, there's your dissection. We had a full 12-hour stream about Gears, and we wound down by talking about XCOM Chimera Squad instead. This is just a control meme for me this year. It wasn't supposed to be this way. But yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised by Gears Tactics. I think it's fun. I'd recommend playing it, checking it out for the reasons we talked about. Good game. 3 acts. Seems like a lot of content. Adds more value to the Game Pass. Very good. Well, there's a difference in thinking it's really neat and wanting to play KBS and actually having played it for a long time and being like, that was really good. I like that better than I like either of the other 2 current, like, tactics games I could be playing instead. I think that's what it is. Like I said, it just released so near to Gears Tactics that, to me, they don't even stack up. Like, they're not even fighting in the same class. And they're not supposed to, because one's $60 and one's $20. But you can effectively get them. You can effectively get the $60 game for, like, let's say $6 over 2 months. And the $20 game's $10. So, like, they're still comparable. But yeah, Mechanicus is older, but I have played that more recently as well. So I've got both of these other games sandwiched with here's the irony is that if I had told you in a vacuum, I was like, all right, Chet, this is April 2019, okay? Here's what's going to happen a year from now. There's going to be 3 tactics games that come out. One of them is going to be from Gears of War. One of them is going to be from Warhammer 40K, which has historically been mismanaged by Games Workshop, where too many bad games have come out. Like 4 bad games for every 1 good game have come out on Warhammer. And then there's a new XCOM game. Which one are you going to get hyped about? I think that's why I am so obsessed with talking about this right now, is because that was the darling. That was like the horse that was supposed to win the race. They have the pedigree. Dramatic camera shake. I just slammed my desk. It was the darling. Everyone was supposed to bet on it. Nobody even knew it came out. Yeah, they just kind of like, here it is, I guess. No lead up, no build up. Just, I guess we'll release this now. I'm going to speculate. I was about to say I don't want to speculate, but I'm going to speculate. I wonder if, I know that this working from home has to be so difficult. If they had just come out and said, I would have totally believed this. If they had just come out and said, hey, by the way, guys, we were working on XCOM Chimera, but due to some financial struggles, obviously they can't say this because is 2K a publicly traded company. Take-Two Interactive. Is that publicly traded? I mean, Take-Two owns 2K, right? They have Take-Two subsidiaries is 2K, Rockstar, and Rockstar North. They can't be like, we had a terrible financial quarter due to the stay-at-home. So obviously they can't say that. But like if they had come out and it had became known through like an employee or something, like, guys, work from home really screwed us up. We were supposed to be doing like 2 extra months of dev time on this game, but because we all have to work from home, we don't have the infrastructure to support it. So we're just going to release it. It's in a good enough state right now. That's why we're going to cut off 50%. Like, that kind of underdog story would have sold me, and I would have been like, oh, okay, this is fine. Yeah, no, I can see why this is unfinished UI, because they couldn't finish it. Like, I would totally believe that. But I can't, because that's just speculation. Are you secretly judging it to a higher standard? No, I have no reason to. I was planning on doing an XCOM 2 modded playthrough. And I haven't even played with mods. I've never played with mods. I was just gonna. That was on my to-do list. So I'm like, if anything, I was looking forward to playing XCOM because I've already been planning on it. But I don't think there's a world in which I would rather just play XCOM 2. So I was just confused, like, what I was supposed to be taking away from it. Why is Gears 70 euros from me? I don't know. Can you get Game Pass? Because I would just get Game Pass. Can euros get Game Pass? I think so. Just get Game Pass. That's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. It's like $5 for PC, and then you just get to play it instead of paying 70 euros. But anyway, good game. Boss fight was fun. Yeah, I'm out. All right, see you guys later. I don't know when. Let's say, I mean, realistically, God, why did I do this? 12 and a half hours. Wait, total psycho. I gotta feed myself. I gotta feed Midas. He's had some treats. Mind boggled. I can't believe Gears Tactics was actually a fun game. I'm glad it was, because honestly, at this point, I was worried that I just hated tactics games. I was like, maybe Mechanicus is an anomaly. Do I just hate tactics games and I just don't realize it yet? But no, it's good. It's fun. But the problem is, it has the same Twitch problem as Mechanicus, which is Mechanicus could be my favorite game ever. It could be. I don't know. Because I'll never beat it on stream, because I guess it's boring to watch. I mean, you guys are still here because you're crazy. But apparently, like, Mechanicus, like, tactics games are just boring to watch, I guess. I don't know. I can't do 2 more 12-hour streams on Gears. Or 2 more 12-hour streams on Mechanicus. I think I know why. I understand, because at a certain point, you can't commentate every single move, every single ability that you do, because you have so many combos. You end up doing like 12 moves in a turn, and you end up sounding like that one video, the milk cards video. All right, and by activating this on a 3-turn cooldown, I now give my entire party a 15% bonus to accuracy. And my new character here, well, activating the double shot ability allows me to fire twice, both shots at this distance, a 62% chance to hit with a 15% chance to crit, which, if it does crit, then not only do I get a refund of that action, but I get to bestow every other character in my group cloak. And with that cloak, I can move, but if I get too close to an enemy, I will decloak, and this cloak goes away at the end of an enemy's turn. So I have to use this very cautiously, because if I do get cloak, I can pop out of ambush mode for an extra 20% chance to crit, and I do 50% bonus crit damage. Okay, but if I sneak around and backstab while in cloak, I not only get those crit perks, but I also get to make a second melee move. And if I make a second melee move, that has a 5% chance to proc twice. That's what it feels like after a while. So I kind of understand why some people's eyes glaze over, because I could just do the moves. But I do feel like I need to tell some people what's going on and why certain things are significant, because sometimes it's important. So I think that's why it's probably not as interesting. How do you feel the attachment system is? Gears. Min-maxing every mission. I mean, yeah, I think they make it pretty easy to swap. I like that the gear is specific to the gun. So only people within that same class need to worry about trading, which is a little bit easier. Obviously, that's different for the armor and boots. But it felt pretty easy. Because you only can take 4 people on your mission at first. So, you know. Just only having to worry about 4 at a time. I only worried about those 4 people. Who cares about the rest of the people's gear? Just equip the main guys that you're taking and go. So it felt pretty good. All right, I turn off stream now. When can you expect me? Let's say 4 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. If earlier, it'll be a miracle. Okay? That is 7 p.m. Eastern. What game tomorrow? I don't know. I'm going to roll over and pick. Gears may have been a one-off. But if it was a very, very fun one-off. Because I don't think I can beat Gears on stream and not go back and play Mechanicus. That would be mean to myself. But yeah, there are some good game options. I mean, we've got... What have we played recently? I got too many tabs open. We played Bannerlord. We'll play Bannerlord this weekend, I think. I don't know if we'll play it tomorrow or not. Probably this weekend. We got Crusader Kings 2, and we got Stellaris Finale Part 1. Stellaris Finale Part 1. We got new games recently. We did Gears. We checked out Chimera Squad. It was a new game, regardless of the length of the stream. So we're keeping that variety in there. These are all the new games that are coming out, though. There's no more new games. All right, I'm going to die gamer death. I'm going to die gamer death. Shut up. Telling myself to shut up. Bye, everyone. Thank you for sticking around until the bitter end. I'll see you again soon.